tears falling, crabs in my
Hey y'all. My name is Ashley-Nicole Phillips, and you are watching the Kingdom Things Podcast Meetup. Within Kingdom Things Podcast, I channel energies and messages from the oneness of all things, the multiverse, or a source, most commonly termed as God, here in our reality, realm of reality called planet Earth, being a human being of planet Earth. Within Kingdom Things Podcast, you'll find lecture style Kingdom Things Podcast installments where I speak in front of the camera. You'll find the amalgamated audio clips where I'm living life and my soul's like, hey, Ashley, I get a download. My soul's like, hey, Ashley, share this with the podcast. I record it and I amalgamate those downloads, and those are the audio clip style Kingdom Things Podcast. And then you have the Kingdom Things Podcast meetups where I channel specific beings, dimensions, spaces, creations within the oneness of all things. I also have other content such as the Kingdom Things Podcast meets Magic Meals. I'm an intuitive home cook. I enjoy cooking. I intuitively cook. I do a Magic Meals collab. Magic Meals is available to stream here on YouTube. It's linked below. Magic Meals meets Kingdom Things Podcast, Esoterica, where I speak about whatever soul puts on my heart, satsang style. It's called Let Me See Your Plate. We commonly know these this content. We're just gonna say satsang style, where I eat whatever, I eat what, I show you on my plate, we eat together, we kiki, we talk about whatever spirit puts on my heart. Those are the different dimensions of Kingdom Things Podcast. At this moment, again, you're watching the Kingdom Things Podcast meetup. We are channeling Elohim today, which is a most high white light creator energy. I'm not gonna lie, I'm nervous. I feel like it kind of, the energy, I know, like, we relate with God the way we relate to ourselves. So we perceive God through the parameters of, we perceive everything through the parameters of our humanism, our perception, our experience. The energy right now, it feels like, baby, it feels like mom and dad about to chastise. That's how it's feeling. That's how it's feeling, this channel. But I'm like, I'm emptying myself. I say that because earlier I was walking to the store and I was doing a powwow session on myself where I calm my energy with the ancestral forces and all the things, and I get downloads about different things in my energy body or within the human energy body, because we are one, right? And I am offering powwow sessions. Link below in the Kingdom Things Podcast Healing Home Portal. What I do is I channel energies and messages. I type it up, energies and messages. That your soul, the oneness of all things, your lineage, your ancestral lineage wants you to experience, to break through the paradigms of limitations, limiting beliefs, limiting karmic knots within your body. Again, the Kingdom Things Podcast, Healing Home Square Portal, powwow sessions, book yours below. I was in a powwow session on myself, right? Walking to the store, and I saw an energy inside, and the energy was like, I got the download. The energy was like, quid pro quo. And I'm going to tell y'all about quid pro quo. We're always only being prepared for the evolution of ourselves. We're always only being prepared for who God, the Most High, or our souls intended to be in our most exuberant, limitless, abundant realities. I remember business class, high school, business management. Business management, I think it was business management 2, because that's what I'm channeling. It was business management 1 or 2, right? And the term quid pro quo came up. And we were talking about it in class. And quid pro quo is tit for tat energy. I do for you, you do for me. I'll do for you if you do for me. I'll do this for you if you do this for me. Like, right, I'll do this for you if you do this for me. What we've done as a nation is we all are energies that came here on a soul level to consciously seed our energy, our perspectives, our soul wisdoms, our soul healing on this planet where God seeds. We're seated in creation to proliferate creation with more abundance. And what we did is we incarnated into our humanism, and we created a nation where we held back what we intended to seed into the planet, seed into human culture, to evolve human culture into more abundance. We held it back using our limitless potentials, our healing energies as a commodity, utilizing what God seeded in us, what we created, what we evolved, our ancestral lineage, Because everywhere that we show up in creation is out the makings of us. So we held back our ancestral lineage or our healing energies or our perspectives and used it as a commodity instead of being liberally giving of our healing energies, of our perspectives, of our conscious awareness, of our joys, happiness, liberally sharing with it. You know, we don't overshare, right? It's a balancing act. We make sure our cup is full, and when we have spilling over, that's what we share. We did a tit for tat thing. I'll give this to you if you give this for me, quid pro quo, which caused a stagnation. I'm seeing in my mind's eye a train pile up. You know, when a train stops and the cars just pile up, it caused a calamity, dysfunction, cancer. What is cancer? Cancer is disease. Disease that it's a lack of flow. It's a lack of, cancer is a lack of optimal operation. I perceive that cancer in our bodies. I'm gonna share this. The cancer. When we get cancer in our bodies, it's an energetically rooted disease cause. It's a cause of energies that are not moving through our bodies the way they're supposed to. Why? Because those energies are clogged up because of karmic knots or past life energies or cocoons. Cocoon is a Hebrew word term meaning rectification. When our energies aren't rectified or we don't go inside to meet ourselves, to understand ourselves on a soul level, to understand the wisdoms that we hold, to share, to heal ourselves, to heal our lineage that causes cancer in our bodies. Just as when we don't share ourselves liberally with the world in a balanced way, not expecting anything back, but understanding that we are universal instruments. We are universal frequencies, and a universal law is a principle of compensation. What you put out comes back to you. So knowing when you're sharing yourself with the world, that abundance is going to come back to you because you're being abundance. You're going to attract abundance back to you. I'm going to go ahead and sit back, and I'm going to allow welcome Elohim in to channel through myself. For a second, I was on a roll. I forgot for a second that I was going to channel. I was channeling mother and father. Mother, father. I forgot for a second, baby. The energy stopped me. You said, okay, thank you so much for that intro. Go ahead and sit back. We're going to speak now. I'm going to go ahead and sit back and allow Elohim to channel through myself. Thank you again, the Most High White Light Creator Energy. Thank you again for coming through. And we are the Most High. So whenever you want to thank the Most High, hug yourself. That's what I learned. Okay, cool. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Ashley. I knew you were more than capable for this job that this inscription, this title that has been bestowed upon you, that I have bestowed upon you, the I Am has bestowed upon you. Whenever the I Am needs another dimension of the I Am to continue to grow and evolve, it naturally produces this. You are a natural production of the I Am. Ashley is a natural production of the I Am. Everything that I put into you, dear humans, the limitless potentials that I put into you, take stock in it. Yes, love it. And you're being abundant in it. Understand you're here to share it liberally and do it at peace. Do it without despair. Do it without suffering, feeling like you're suffering, because you attract back what you put out. If you freely be your abundance, as you freely be your abundance, as you freely be your limitless nature, believe you are compensated equally, if not more, 10 times fold, 1,000,000 fold, because you love numbers. You're compensated for your fervor and honest intention to love and to be loved. Thank you, Ashley. I figured yeah, I figured it wouldn't, I figured we weren't getting our butts whooped. And I had to look at that energy because it felt like it was going to be a chastise. But I was like, okay, why do I see it like that? Because I grew up, we grew up in a culture where, spare the rod, spoil the child. We grew up in that culture. But again, we relate with God as far as we relate to ourselves. So before I did this channel, I was like, okay, I don't want to spank my children. I don't want Elohim to spank me, So I was like, okay, let me uplift those energies. I figured it would be encouraging and nice, because that's, we want to be encouraged and all the things. I want to thank y'all so much for joining me this Kingdom Things podcast meetup. Again, my name is Ashley-Nicole Phillips. I am the biblically prophesied Messiah. Full circle moment alert. So are you. Why, Ashley? What I have in me, you have in you. What you have in you, I have in me. We are dimensions, frequencies, unique frequencies of the oneness of all things. Kingdom Things Podcast 2033 Prophecy. By the year 2033, we, human culture, will be in the evolutionary status to understand that we are a human culture of planet Earth with no disease, no death, no war, no famine, world peace, no poverty, as disease, death, war, famine, poverty were all projections of the energies we embodied in our gestational phase, or when we were amnesiac to the fact that we were infinite potentials, dimensions of creation, infinite creation, the oneness of all things, Elohim, the most high white light creator, prime source, God, having a human experience. Our gestational phase is preparing us for our dharmic purpose, as everything we experience is to prepare us for evolution, or how we intend to show up in our next now moments. Again, like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow if you're watching Kingdom Things Podcast on Spotify, subscribe if you're watching Kingdom Things Podcast on YouTube. Don't forget to share the content to help proliferate the Kingdom Things Podcast journey to a healed and balanced human culture of planet Earth. Follow Kingdom Things Podcast on YouTube, Spotify, TikTok, Facebook, as well, to keep up with the different daily clips that I post occasionally, which are spontaneously, because reality is truly spontaneous. Whenever you see something, that's something that was supposed to help you in that moment. I'm also a singer-songwriter, one of my passions that I truly enjoy. I get to channel my energy, my healing energy, wisdoms, and all the things into the music. So many genres. It's the way I heal. So I'm glad I get to share the healing with you as well. Ashley-Nicole music is available to stream for free on YouTube, I'm also an author. I authored the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel, which is, I'm super proud of it, because growing up as a kid, like, it was a thing for me with rhetoric, language, and all the, where I felt like I was a great writer because I was so creative. But when my stories came out on the paper and I got those papers back in grade school, it had a bunch of red marks on it, right? So I had a lack of confidence about writing these books, but my soul, it was a part of my spiritual awakening journey. My soul was like, hey, Ashley, we want to help you awaken. You don't remember who you are, so now let us show you. And I channeled the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel. It is a 3-part book series. The first 2 parts are Asia's story. Asia is a teenage girl growing up in the New York City foster care system. She's catalyzed onto her spiritual awakening journey when she meets her twin flame Chase in the hallway of her school Manhattan Prep. She gets kidnapped by Chase's dad's goons. Some other really cool things happen. I say cool because these existential crises assist her with aligning with her infinite nature. Sound familiar? The third part of the Unconditional Love Literature Parcel is My Other Half. It is about the divine counterpart journey home, the twin flame journey home to God inside. One soul incarnated in 2 bodies over many lifetimes. This one soul knows it's supposed to co-create a love and a life together. But each lifetime, the human consciousness evolutionary status, the paradigms, the laws of the lands, the thought patterns of the lands, said that this love can't work. This one soul in the 2 bodies, 2 incarnations will co-create a love and a life together. Which life, under which circumstances? The book is prophetic. The Unconditional Love Literature Parcel is available in paper as well as digital. It's linked below, Amazon bookstore. What else do we have? Oneness Connection, Energetic Upliftment. I use oracle cards and my soul gifts, my energy healing abilities to channel healing and uplifting energies to help us break through limiting old human culture paradigms, to help us in our evolution, our rapid evolution, into a expanded consciousness civilization. Which brings me to the 1,000-year prophecy. In 1,000 years, we will be a type 2, type 3 Kardashev scale civilization, or a civilization that's able to harness, utilize much of our energy to manifest a reality that reflects our limitless nature. I love you. Love on yourself. Self-love is the best love because you have to love yourself in the way in which you want your reality to love you back. Self-love is the best love because you are loving your truth. Choose give that love to yourself first. Self-love is the best love because it helps you perceive more of your limitless nature. Limitless nature. I'm going to see y'all later. Bye.
Tears crabs in my got a whole planet to uplift. Got the keys to the kingdom. Let everything that I create before hearts into freezes. Cause I am who I am. I'm meant to who I am.
My name is Asia, and I'm a teenage witch. Just kidding. I am a starseed. My story is much like humanity's story. I awakened to some pretty spectacular things about myself. Coming home, the story of Asia, followed by the story of Asia, I'm home. The book series that introduces the book. After returning from a day's trip, I have read my Atom's letter. He speaks of my father releasing him from imprisonment and the fate of death. He pleads for us to run away together. This plea is one of which I make no state to decline. My other half, available in the Amazon bookstore. I feel as though I was born here on earth to find you. I was created to find my person. The Unconditional Love Literature Parcel, now available in the Amazon bookstore.